And now, Kate, it's back to you, and we look forward to hearing your presentation.
Well, first of all, I would like to start with giving big thanks to everyone who joins us as speakers, as well as our moderators and our audience, of course. Because the company that organizes today's event, and it's our third event since June of this year, we're very young, obviously. So the field of Femtech has always been interesting to Deep Knowledge Group, and Femtech Analytics is under umbrella of Deep Knowledge Group. You may have heard of us because we've been in operation in one form or another since 2013. Some of you may have heard of Deep Knowledge Ventures. Our flagship investment is in silico medicine. And Deep Knowledge Group as a whole has always been active since its inception on many fronts of deep tech, be it longevity, which continues to be our key focus, defined as living healthier for longer, but also there are other avenues that we pursue, including FinTech, AI, and a number of others. So our group structure has three branches. We have investment funds, as I mentioned, but also a very important component of our structure is analytical subsidiaries, because they actually provide intelligence to our group. Famtech, as I mentioned, is a new field for us. However, it is, of course, part of human health. The purpose of analytical subsidiaries is to provide intelligence to us and also to general public, because we have made most of our reports open access. Third branch of activities that we have is nonprofit. We've established a number of collaborations, at least in part due to the fact that we've produced good analytical, open access analytical reports. We've partnered with Longevity UK, Biogerontology Research Foundation. We're also co-founders of All-Party Parliamentary Group on Longevity in the United Kingdom. There's also a number of other initiatives. So in terms of what does Famtech Analytics do? We started producing open access analytics. And by the way, all of our analytical reports are supported by corresponding interactive IT platforms. So you can mix and match, you can do precise searches, which I think is helpful. We are delighted to bring together, a community of people who are interested in Famtech, and we will continue inviting the audience to our free online conferences. And in the future, we'll also be providing corresponding proprietary services as well. In terms of open access analytics, our flagship report was released earlier this year in July, and we have received feedback from the players in the space, for which we're grateful. And that actually prompted us to provide an updated version of this report. We are now in the process of finalizing a report on Femtech industry landscape overview for Q4 of this year. It's not available yet, but it will be available in open access, and you can find all of our analytics, at the link reference at this slide. We also have another report that we released, which focuses on Femtech industry in Switzerland. So Ksenia, perhaps we can, discuss this later because you're based in Switzerland. There's also a report focusing on United Arab Emirates. So what I wanted to do today is share some of the key takeaways of our upcoming analytical report. And again, it is partially based on our previous one. However, we did update the methodology and database. And we also did a survey in September and improved this study in a number of other ways. This slide actually represents an interactive mind map that corresponds to the report itself, and you could see how you can search by such criterions, whether someone is an investor or a company, as well as by sector as well. So in terms of Femtech and what is it? So we actually accept the, kind of like a general definition, which is product, services, software, diagnostics, which focus on women's health and well-being. The subsectors that we include in classification are reproductive health and contraception, pregnancy and nursing, pelvic and uterine health care, menopause care, menstrual health, mental health, sexual health. We also include 3 other categories. One is generically described as women's wellness, such as, for instance, fitness and nutrition, trackers of health data, as well as other combined solutions. We also highlight longevity, and as a way of example, we could say that it is the detection, monitoring, and treatment of chronic diseases. And also general healthcare, such as preventive care, hormonal health, female-specific cancers, and a number of others. If we look at the distribution of FemTech companies globally, we would see that majority of them, 58% almost to be exact, are in North America, followed by Europe and Asia. In terms of countries, United States takes a definite lead with 54% of companies being stationed there, followed by UK, India, Israel, and Canada. If we look at what do these FemTech companies do, we would see that pregnancy and nursing take the lead, followed by reproductive health and contraception, menstrual health, general healthcare, pelvic and uterine healthcare, sexual health, and so on. In terms of the types of products that the companies offer, it is consumer products, for instance, feminine care. There's also, of course, devices, wearables, hardware, followed by apps and software, digital platforms, diagnostics, telehealth, vitamins, and supplements. If we talk about the investment landscape, we would say that since 2012, the compound annual growth rate, was 30.2%, but remarkably, Famtech only occupies 4% of investment in life sciences. Of course, you can look on the bright side and say that since 2012 there was a tenfold growth in VC investment, and 2021 was the year when the 1 billion mark was finally crossed in terms of VC investment in Famtech. Well, personally, as a representative of Femtech Analytics, we believe that this number is still too low, and we hope to actually, help bring more attention to the topic and invest ourselves as well. In terms of the reason behind, the fact that Femtech does not attract the well-deserved higher amount of investment is the fact that there's actually a poor track record of sizable exits. This being said, there were actually a number of notable Femtech deals this year. You can take a look in more detail in our report. This is just a brief example. So there is hope, and we hope that this trend will continue in the earnest. If we look at where do investors sit, again, we see that North America leads, predominantly by United States, again followed by UK, then Canada, Switzerland, and Germany. This diagram essentially just shows that it's another diagram of our interactive platform in action, and it also shows that the biggest number of investment goes to reproductive health and contraception subsector. So in terms of the key challenges and opportunities in Femtech, I've mentioned that we are new to the field, so we are taking the backseat in terms of listening to the feedback from the key industry players. We actually, as part of that, conducted a survey when we reached out to a number of influencers who shared their insights about the key trends and the major roadblocks in the field of Femtech. And the feedback was such that in terms of major threats and challenges, number one was lack of investment, then insufficient R&D funding, lack of public support, pace of education, economic slowdown, and a number of other reasons. In terms of opportunities, the audience actually highlighted the importance of increasing brand recognition and awareness, as well as improving customer experience, accessing and implementing innovations, expanding to new markets, and attracting skilled talents and experts. And in terms of the key trend in the fields, the audience named, fertility and pregnancy tech, menopause tech, menstrual tech, mental tech, sex tech, and others. So, and this is the result of our survey in a more granular way. We've had such excellent presentations, and I know that Ksenia had to cut our speakers off, so I look forward to our Q&A session. And in the end, I would like to very briefly update as to what are our next projects, what we're working on, because again, it's a privilege to be part of this community, and we intend to continue playing an active part in it. So again, we started in Q2 of this year. We produced several analytical reports already, and we will continue doing so. And one of our upcoming reports, in addition to the Q4 investment digest, is the Famtech industry in the USA, which of course is an obvious choice given that USA is the key player here. That we will then also have a study on Canada. Then there will be a study on AI and Famtech, and AI is actually a topic that has been of great interest to us for a number of years. We will also do a study on the United Kingdom as well. And of course, we will have a number of other free online conferences to come. Here is just a little bit about what we're doing in terms of longevity sphere in general. Perhaps longevity biomarkers could be of interest to Famtech community as well. And again, we're very easy to reach. Myself on LinkedIn or via email, as well as our group's websites. And again, these reports are in large part open access. And further, apologize, I seem to be having some technical glitch here with slide switching. Also, speaking of investing, we are forming an SPV, and we're going to be investing in FemTech companies. And once we form this entity, we'll actually be able to share more about this project. Also, we're working. Our team works on the book called Women Longevity. We'll probably see it, at the beginning of next year. And then also for everyone, we've started this blog on our website, www.femtech.health/blog, where we're essentially doing a number of things, like the survey that we had, the results of the survey that I mentioned, we published there. And also anyone really who wants to, bring meaningful feedback, be it an interview or an article or any other contribution, we welcome you to, contact us or visit the blog, and we're happy to, share the information that you contribute on our website. So with that, thank you very much. And I don't want to take too much time, and I will, pass the floor to Ksenia.
Thank you so much, Kate. Just once again, want to acknowledge the amazing work that you guys are doing, not only in terms of the reports that are extremely insightful and informative, but also in terms of creating the community, really the global Famtech community through your events and all the cool stuff that you're doing. Thank you, Kate.